they're going to have to pick up the pace. They're going to need to shut down this Alchemist, and we'll see whether or not, as you said, that Shadow Shaman pressure is going to be able to limit the map and keep that OG Alchemist from getting out of control.
I mean, I'm surprised to see the Shadow Shaman in a game like this so deep in the tournament. Usually this hero is a very difficult hero to execute, especially if you haven't just been jamming it every series. To me, this game is kind of on Zayat. Does he get out of control? Can he scale into those late game fights? Can he get the snakes going for the Roshan? This hero, if he falls behind off the lane or he gets a couple deaths in these fights, becomes a big liability. You're talking about the Shaman pressure. Well, sometimes he exerts it on his own team. Yeah. Just through the sheer number of deaths you end up with. So I'm really looking to him to have a good game, and that's kind of this Dawnbreaker pick. They want to make sure that this Shaman has a good lane, a good early game. That's Resolution's job.
Fight for the bounties, but Secret a bit skittish there. They already had 2 secured, so no reason to dive in too deep. OG does secure the 2-2. Our mid matchup, first we're going to be seeing BZM versus Nisha. I mean, 2 of the best mid laners you can watch right now. Invoker versus Queen of Pain. We're already starting off with a Wex build. Do you think he's actually going to go like a Wexort, so we're actually going to go back for that damage build, or do you think he's going to go for that faster paced Quas Wex?
No, I think you go Quas Wex here. You have a lot of scale between Razor and Dawn. You need to be able to control the early tempo and help the jungle invasion versus Alk. Ideally, you also want a Vessel in this game. Secret can set a pretty fast pace, and Nisha already has it queued up, so he's going to be playing a utility role, which I think is decent for his supports. You're looking at Shaman Tusk supports. You need cores that can go in and set stuff up for them, at least in the mid game.
Yeah, and he's got a lot of great combinations. I mean, Quas Wex Invoker is really good at protecting the Phoenix Egg. It's a great setup for Dark Willow. This is one of those older school combinations that just is a 1-2 punch that knocks out anybody.
I'm going to see how fast of a start Secret get on the lanes here. To me, Razor Dawnbreaker, Secret really wants to crush these side lanes, especially in the first few minutes here. Set up the regen trades favorably, get some momentum going. They also probably tried to get support matchups here as well. It pushed Puppey to this Tuskar. It's one of the downsides of the support duo. You kind of end up with this Tusk 5, which can be strong. He has the Razor to help him. At the same time, OG matching this Phoenix versus that hero, getting the attack speed debuff that they want.
Yeah, I feel like they got kind of the answers, right? Like Mars is probably one of the better melee heroes to deal with Razor. He links you, you spear him back. The Phoenix gets the attack speed slow on both Razor and Tusk. It feels like OG got a pretty decent answer to what should be like usually a very dangerous lane.
Yeah, I think OG's silings are pretty strong here, and that's a good sign for them. It's going to limit some of the early pressure that I feel like Secret wanted to get off the bat. Like you said, Equilibrium bottom is just so deep for Amar. He's pretty much free farming. Gonna have to find something with this level 3 Razor timing, and Puppey is giving almost full XP to him, making sure they can hit that as fast as possible.
Puppey does manage to get off the easy camp pull, so that'll help pull that creep wave back and maybe put the Razor in a better position to pressure Amar's Mars. Top lane seems to be going very well for Resolution. 13-1. Yuragi's right there next to him, but it seems like both cards are kind of free farming. Giants does manage to get a hard camp pull here. OG's going to try and interrupt it. Yuragi loses sight. Unstable Concoction. Oh, barely gets it off in time. Just a small glimmer of Resolution. They're still going to turn around and do some serious damage to this Alchemist.
There's no mana for Hammer.
Yeah. Oh, pops the mango now, but I think they could have had the kill if he went for it earlier.
100%. Just miscommunication there for Secret on this dual lane top. Missing out on a huge kill. That's exactly what they want to do. Draw the Alk deep into the jungle there to have to contest the pull. That's when the kill threat opens up.
Ooh, the spear was already used, and they've already kept the static link on him, but the attack speed slow does go to work. Without that, it looks like Amar was probably going to fall.
So Secret striking back here in the laning phase, and Nisha's been doing pretty good mid. Even CS versus Queen of Pain, where traditionally she can dominate the early levels, and I say that, BZM, he's just going 0-2-2. Just playing the lane to farm. This is a matchup where Invoker can burn the co-op's mana, make it very annoying for her, and abuse the Quas regen to keep in the lane versus Dagger. So I don't blame BZM going this build.
Yeah, I feel like the last time, I think we saw a matchup earlier where we saw a maxed out Shadow Strike against Invoker and the Quas Wex. I mean, the regen was just too much. Can they get the chain stun off here? Yuragi, he's not going to be able to get out the Unstable Concoction,
Suicide,
but he kills himself. Disaster for Secret. They well set up, making sure that Yuragi couldn't get off the Unstable Concoction, but it plays against them in the end.
And that's first blood to Taiga as a result. That first kill botch really hurting them up here. Now they're going to feel it. A huge amount of gold injection for this Dark Willow, not to mention some extra levels. not what Secret wanted out of this dual lane. Again, last pick Dawnbreaker. This was designed to destroy this lane, give Shaman a good start. They're still free farming, but
That's
not
so
exactly what they wanted.
And he played it so well, but they get punished for it, you know?
Sometimes the universe does not reward you.
Yeah, it conspires against you sometimes.
That's just good karma for later, you know?
Could be. Nice unstable concoction timing there, reading resolution, hitting a mid-star breaker like that. And Rezo now throwing out the hammer. That's a lot of mana expended for very little damage done.
And part of that kill attempt was, like you said, they went the early Hex on Shaman too, so he doesn't have Ether Shock. One of the higher damage early nukes, especially if you're going to play this lane as a kill lane, which is, I think, what they were had in mind going into it. So it's going to set him back a little bit here. Now all of a sudden, OG just pouring on the harass, being the aggressors in this lane.
Healing Salve. Resolution had plenty of mana too, so we'll see what happens if they come back. Cold Snap into the EMP, nice burnout. Nisha putting himself in a really nice position to win this lane now.
Yeah, he is the highest net worth on the map. For a Quaswalk Invoker this early is incredibly nice. Now he's just looking for the earn charges. Potential to TP into these other lanes and turn kills around. The upside of this matchup is you keep Quap's mana low. BZM's going to have to blink to base here. His reactionary ability is going to be out of the question for a while, which also helps Secret potentially play more aggressive on these side lanes. They're not worried about this Quap coming in and turning something around.
Got the Hex.
Exactly like
Chain
this.
stun into the Starbreaker. He does get out the Shadow Realm, so they're going to miss a little bit damage here, but he's very low when he comes back out. Not low enough, though. Zayat's unable to go for the kill. BZM actually opts to TP back to the mid lane, I guess, without level 6. Be a little silly to try and go for a side lane gank.
There's just no pressure either. These Secret cores are super tanky and super high HP. Not a lot of chip coming out. In fact, it's the other way. Already we see Zayat's scouting the jungle, looking for the bounty. No aggressive vision out yet, but you have to believe that Secret's thinking about where this Alka's going to go after the lane, because he cannot stay up here for too much longer.
Yeah.
Dawnbreaker's out-leveling him. This hero's incredibly strong with the 5 to 7 timing.
And it's not like bottom lane's winning well enough that OG can make that swap over to the Alchemist into the enemy safe lane. So they're definitely going to need to have some sort of jungle areas available for him. Chrysalis, Spear. Will get a little more damage off of the Fire Spirits, but he doesn't have any regen coming in. He just now buys it, so this is going to be a little bit of time where Amara is going to free farm.
All right, here's the first mid-rotation. BZM looking bottom. Sticking around the area, Arcane Rune popped, so he really wants to use the Sonic Wave, get the maximum value here. Crystallis just walking to base. Reads the move, doesn't want to risk it. Nisha pushing in mid, trying to bring this Quap back. And it looks like Yuragi is he's going to think about some jungling now.
Runs his way back, picks up that healing salve, and heads back to the lane. He had that really nice defensive ward that spotted some of those rotations, so feel content now that BZM showing himself mid.
Yeah, Secret was well aware of what this Quap potentially wanted to do.
Nice hit, full snap into the tornado, off the EMP burn. Again, as you said, oh, snowball forward. They're going to be able to stay on top of Amar. Now there is still the Fire Spirits, and they lose sight of Amar. Once again, this Phoenix making such a huge difference. And some of the buffs may be playing a factor. It seems like the Fire Spirits are just always up, always ready to go.
Zayat's doing some economic damage, blocking some camps, lurking in the background.
Oh, Yuragi, one-on-one against Resolution, but the Dawnbreaker being the level 6, he just now got the Chemical Rage, and that may actually bail him out here. Resolution's going to keep chasing, but it looks like Yuragi is long gone. Zayat's, meanwhile, trying to juke it out. BZM's going to catch him eventually here. He did what he could. He blocked some camps. He drew some attention, but ultimately he will die to the mid laner of OG. A second kill.
I can't help but feel like Secret's missing a little of these opening windows. I think Yuragi getting out of this lane with only that early death, which was, again, a deny. Amazing for him. He is super farmed without even having to go to the jungle.
And look at Chrysalis's farm. I mean, he is bottom,
yeah,
way bottom of all the cores.
I mean, he had to walk to base once. He had to come back. He's not been CSing too well versus the Phoenix Harass. Large carry differential already created for OG. And once again, Nisha hasn't been able to find momentum. Ideally, with this Quaswalk Invoker, you want to fight around him, draw OG into the EMP, into the tornado early where those spells destroy supports. Instead, it's kind of been all focused on the side lanes. And now, Secret smoking Invoker, trying to get these earn charges online.
This is a must-win scenario for Team Secret. They need to be able to get one of these earn charges. They didn't really want Taiga, but they may have to just accept this kill.
Defensive ob.
See if he can hit the right kind of tornado. No, they're going to give up on the kill.
And they might even get this D ward later that Zayat's just placed. The vision for OG. Immaculate in this early game.
Ragi stuns himself. He actually drops the Seeds of Serenity to heal him up a little bit more. They do manage to catch Taiga in the back. Tornado EMP burns him out. See if they are able to go for a tower dive here. We can see OG, they actually don't have too many TPs available, but it doesn't seem to matter.
I almost wonder if they need Tusk in these moves instead of the Shaman. Like, traditionally, the Shaman can play greedier and take mid. Instead, Puppey is.
They're going to go for now. Dawnbreaker, the Shackle combination. This is going to be a lot of damage, but Hiragi, well, he eventually goes down. Finally, they get the earn charges. It took a while, but Secret managed to get the game.
Nisha coming online here. He went Treads looking to Witchblade, so he will build into the right-click damage. Help him scale a lot in this game.
Do you like that over rushing the Spirit Vessel? Because, I mean, it is so effective against an Alchemist like Phoenix lineup.
I think the damage is still comparable. Maybe he feels like they have enough right-click. I mean, Vessel is a very risky item in this meta. If you don't hit it at the right time and you don't have the charges on top and then you don't get the fights, it's a lot of stuff that has to go your way. So on paper, it sounds great. In actuality, with this start that Hiragi has, you're probably not going to get it at some crazy good timing. Like, let's say this Alk got destroyed in lane. He's forced to jungle early. He's in the lowest net worth position, then suddenly I think this Vessel becomes more interesting. But I can't blame Nisha for just playing for the bigger scale, the bigger right click, because again, you're playing versus OG. It's going to be a long game likely. They have massive team fight. They have 3 cores that can all scale with physical damage. Amar with his triple bracer build likely will pick up Ag Satanic at some point.
Yeah, you gotta keep in mind that this is not your normal Mars. This is an Amar Mars. This is a guy who's gonna play to carry. Where everybody else goes blink daggers, refreshers. Amar turns back. Nice snowball pick up. A beauty from Puppey. Will that be enough to save Chrysalis? They still have to terrorize into the brambles, though. A nasty, sticky situation for Team Secret. Puppey on the run, but he'll get run down by BZM with the Arcane Rune.
Another beautiful Arcane Rune put to use here. The blink build doing severe damage, just getting multiple screams off, and of course pushing them through the brambles. The exact type of connection OG wants with this early arena. The trade-off is Secret will force OG out of their jungle, Hiragi into the triangle. But that's not the worst. This Alk is happy to pretty much farm anywhere as long as he's not getting Dawn ulted.
Look at the range of that. It's actually because he hit the wall and bounced forward that Puppey was able to pick him up in the snowball. It's a nice move, but ultimately doesn't change the fact that they brought so much firepower to this fight that a good save doesn't make the difference.
And this OG firepower is going to be a problem until Secret has BKBs. Like, these supports are insanely high damage, especially with Arena to lock heroes in place. You have Co-op ult coming in on top. Secret's best timing in this game is going to be the BKBs on their cores, at least tanking up a little bit. That's what they can really
nice
take
shard block in. They have the Dawnbreaker ults coming out as well. They're going to drop the egg here on the side. Now, it is going to live. We'll see if he's able to scooch on out of here, though, Chu. See if he dives in the right direction. The rest of Secret are trying to corral him in. Puppey is farther up. If he goes up the river, he may still be caught. He's going to go for it up the river, but there's Resolution with the hammer ready to go. They do catch Chu. So a second kill off of that rotation from Team Secret.
And just nowhere to dive. Decent kills for Secret. I think anytime they can get this Tusk in these types of skirmishes or ganks early, it's going to be good for them because the lockdown is pretty nice for OG's heroes outside of this Quap Link. Can set a lot up for this Invoker. It's just pummeling mid here.
Yeah. Apparently, you know, they're in the position. Bottom lane, might as well sweep into mid, put some pressure there. They know the Alchemist is farming, so they got to get something in return for it. Another Tornado EMP that is really on point. BZM burned down a fair amount of his mana.
You know, the other benefit of this Invoker build is he goes Treads, he goes his Blitz Knuckles into the Witchblade. Gives him a lot of extra attack speed that might just randomly kill this egg at some point when you don't expect it.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Because they don't have the best egg hitter, right? Who's it going to be this game? I mean,
yeah, it's not great.
Razor late game when he gets some attack speed through Hyperstone builds, sure, but in these early skirmishes, it kind of comes down to Nisha pummeling in the extra right click, so that's the other benefit of this build here. It's kind of cool to see. And now Witchblade up, earn charges online. He is the strongest hero on the map.
Look at this, OG. They've already scanned this move out. So they try and go into the jungle. Once again, maybe they collect some of these camps that Hiragi was trying to farm, but the Alchemist himself will continue to live, and he's going to have a very fast Radiance.
Puppey
Taiga spotted, Shard, get the vision. Taiga has the Shadow Realm. He'll just try and delay his own death as long as possible. Thinking about the Terrorize, but honestly, is it worth it?
Nah.
He's surrounded. There's no way out, so keep that cooldown for now. Oh, BZM taking a lot of damage from Chrysalis. Can't quite get the kill, though. Arena Spear does land, but Dawnbreaker Ultimate's going to be able to counter that, stunning the aggression. He's going to be able to get off a really good egg onto Chu. He'll die, but at least maybe he can save Amar. No, he's caught inside the shackle. Syas came in from behind. They're going to collect both of those kills. A 3-man pickup for Team Secret on both sides of the map.
Beautiful use of Solar Guardian. I was about to say Secret can abuse the map pressure with this global core that can come in, give them the extra damage and sway these skirmishes. This is a downside for OG. They really want to get the 5-on-5s, especially with Alex Radiance, BKB type timings. You get caught out in the numbers, suddenly Secret can bring in this Dawnbreaker and destroy you in these 3-on-4, 3-on-5 scenarios. Abusing the tank ability of this Razor too. I mean, man, he almost solo killed Quap and then still just tanked up all these spells. Not even close to dying with the extra heal.
Yeah, Strength Treads, Ogre Club. I mean, it was a nice egg, but again, it was kind of like that situation earlier for Secret. Too many heroes.
Yeah, and speaking of heroes, Zayats.
Oh, good kill. They can get it. Looks like the Phoenix is going to be changed on down. The Tornado, a little awkward there, unable to land the Starbreaker, but the EMP burns out Taiga before the Terrorize can go through.
Another numbers engagement for Secret here. Accelerating the map pressure, still defending their towers. This is where you have to be careful not to lose too many fights, because the next Shaman wards could mean Roshan here off the back of 1 or 2 kills.
Nice read there from Puppy. Catching the ward on the high ground. Rezo needs a way back down.
At this point, Secret wants to convert on this top tier 1. It'll open up the entire OG jungle permanently with the vision they can control. If they can defend bottom, I think they would have been very happy to do so, but with Donald on cooldown, Amar will probably just gobble this extra net worth up.
Yep. No surprise, he is going to be rushing the early BKB. No Blink Dagger from him.
All right, this is a huge smoke from OG. This is Alp trying to get involved here.
Yeah, they're going to run straight into Zayats. A quick, fast kill for him. So he just picks up that kill, goes right back to farming. Team Secret, I think they still want to be involved. They still want to get some fights going.
Ideally, if you can fight on this Alk right now, Secret's very happy to do so. He will die incredibly fast. He went this Blink build, so he's very squishy if the Secret cores get on top of him, especially with this max tag team that Puppy went. This is a core burst-oriented build. Helps the, I mean, even benefits from the Nisha attack speed build that he's gone.
Dive over through the side. Tornado and Shards are both going to miss. Bit off the mark. The Blink forward does hit the unstable concoction onto Chrysalis. Yuragi and BZM just poking at Team Secret. Not sure if they could fully commit or not. They do have a big team fight spell. The Terrorize and Egg are both ready to go, so it all just comes down to kind of like the initiation, whether or not these big spells succeed.
I think Secret wants to close in on these BKBs, and that's when they can force the Roshan. I'm curious if they feel like they can force it before that for so much magic AoE from OG. It's a risky play. Zayats is like sitting in the pit thinking that he wants to do it. I mean, they have Tusk and Rasta. Yeah, he's going to start it up.
Doing it all by himself.
The upside to all of these Secret moves is, again, they can have Resolution just farming the lane here, keeping up the pace. They're not losing too much on the map, and he can always join the fight. That said, the Snakes are dead.
Yeah. That move used to be more effective. Doesn't work the same way anymore.
Yeah.
Now Roshan one-shots the wards.
I mean, to be honest, I think they can Rosh there. I don't think OG was even close to contesting.
No, it seemed like they were going to give it up even if they knew.
All right, weird play from Secret. Snakes on cooldown. Think about it again in 90 seconds, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. Give him some time to maybe farm up that Blink Dagger, though not if he gets conned by BZN. They are right next to each other in this jungle area.
He has the Hex
He's
and the Shackle with Donald.
Get the initiation first. He doesn't have the Serpent Warrants. The Dawnbreaker ultimate is going to come in, but the Blink Dagger from Yuragi saving BZM's life. They do throw out the arena. That's going to catch Puppy inside. They're going to pull Puppy into an awkward place here. May still be saved, though. Yuragi, he can blink forward. BZM can do the same. And OG, they've got enough heroes to ensure a kill on the captain of Team Secret. Meanwhile, Team Secret just kind of chill. They're farming 3 different lanes right now, so.
Race to the BKBs here.
Yeah.
And OG kind of know it. They know they're incredibly strong in the 5-on-5 before Secret has these items. Even without their out BKB, it just doesn't matter. Amar has his 2,000 HP, triple bracer. forcing the issue here.
Low-level hammer will not stall out OG at all. They're just gonna focus down this mid tower. Secret now here, gonna show up, start putting some damage onto Yuragi. There's the egg out. Chrysalis doesn't want to be able to commit to this. He stole a lot of damage from that Alchemist, but fighting into the egg is just far too dangerous.
That's gonna be his BKB down. Another kind of awkward engagement by Secret here that OG is happy to take and then just go back to farming. Grievous greed's your friend.
Yeah, maybe it could have been a lot different. Maybe the Serpent Wards was up, or maybe they get there before the tower goes down. But it seems like Team Secret just slightly off in this timing and execution.
I mean, I also think their best spell to connect on these engagements is the Ice Shards. Like, this is the one spell that can lock someone in.
Yeah.
Force them into an awkward position where Razor and Invoker just pummel out the damage. That said, it's not that easy as a 5 Tusk to just run in and get the perfect shard. And that's why Puppey is just rushing Blinks. So the double Blinks for these Secret supports, it's going to be a very important window that they're going to have to hit a big fight into the Roshan off. They're both about 300 off this timing. It's a scary game to be blinking into Phoenix and Willow.
Yeah.
Co-op bars, like there's so much counter initiation from OG. At the same time, it is necessary. Who else is starting these engagements? I don't think any of the Secret cores just want to run in. When we saw Crystallis do it, what does it do? Almost nothing, right? So
it's just immediately an egg in the back line. If there needed to be, they could have thrown out the arena, which would have blocked some shots from the Razor. I mean, it's always tough playing these ranged cores against the Mars arena walls.
I think OG has a window here, and they're going to smoke up. Still knowing that Secret is away from the 2 BKBs on Invoker and Dawnbreaker. They have a very nice opportunity to just take the fight with the Dark Willow Phoenix spells that will destroy any 5-on-5 engagement.
Well, looks like they could be getting a kill on Puppey. It's not really what they want out of this situation, the 5 position.
Oh, he's trying to break it here. In fact, Secret smoking back themselves. Blink on Shaman. And he maxed Hex, so his jump is very powerful.
They were really hoping some big core would show in the mid lane that they could kill, but no luck there.
They ping this Quap top. Smoke is running out. I don't know if they're going to get here in time.
Yeah, it seems a bit of a stretch, especially since OG is actually kind of connecting to this Queen of Pain. They're going to pop out Blink Dagger into the Dawnbreaker ultimate. They do have Taiga somewhere nearby, but he can't get there in time. In fact, he was stalled out by Puppey.
A nice find. Can they convert anything off the back of it? That's going to be the big question. Does Secret feel strong enough to go into this Roche pit? I think you do. You have BKB on Invoker. You have this Dawnbreaker shard, which acts as his own BKB. Shaman wards round 2. Protect them this time?
Yeah, with the tag team and the Shaman wards, surely it's enough. 20 seconds until the Queen of Pain is back up. They're going to go for it.
OG might contest this. Their heroes are incredibly strong around the pit.
They've got the Terrorize, they've got the Egg, they've got big team fight combo here. The Bramble's going to go out, catching 2 already. The Shards looking to block in some heroes. Crystal's going to back away. Yuragi jumps forward though, goes for Resolution. Does have the BKB, he puts it out on the Egg. High ground Egg as well. Secret not able to deal with it at all. They're stuck inside the arena as well. Amar soaking up the damage. A beautiful Terrorize combo up, but a snowball save. He picks up everybody. Does Sonic Wave on 5. BZM comes through to wipe Team Secret out of this one. Resolution's going to be chased down. Nisha's caught by Yuragi as well. Inside of the Brambles, 1 by 1, they will get chased down. OG losing nothing for that team fight.
God damn, that was a Sonic Wave of the tournament right there. Sends them all straight into the abyss. High ground Egg. Nobody can even get close to contesting that. The arena locks him in at the end. It was a beautiful snowball save. Secret just getting caught between 2 objectives here. Roshan in the team fight. OG stall it out long enough for their Queen of Pain to come back for that dire outpost. A beautiful team fight, abusing Sunray on the tanky heroes to just stall out these Radiant BKBs. And suddenly, you're all trapped in with them instead of the other way around. Terrorize into the wall, into the snowball.
And then this Sonic Wave. I mean, Puppey with the beautiful snowball saves, but it just doesn't matter. OG set that up far too well.
I mean, he's just saving them for the highlight reel at this point. 5-man wave. You don't get a better clump than that.
Really well done by OG, as you said, using the tankiness of their heroes to stall out the fight long enough for BZM to get there in the first place. I mean, the whole reason we thought Secret could Roshan was the fact that BZM is dead for a solid 20 seconds.
I agree. I still feel like that was a little hesitant by Secret. Like if they all go in the pit, they all start hitting it. Sure, it's super risky, but if you're willing to take that risk in the first place, you have to commit one way or the other, and they'll pay a heavy price here. That's Aegis on Amar, and Ags up as well. Secret on the run for sure now.
Still, nice reaction from Puppy when he strapped himself to the shard. Not that he would have lived anyway. It was a very fast snowball timing by him. He gets some more dust out of him. Actually got 2 dusts out of OG with that Glimmer Cape pickup. So no Blink Dagger for him. Why do you think he opted away from that initiation?
I think he just doesn't want to jump into what OG has, to be honest. I wouldn't either. Like, you're jumping in, punching this Mars, and then you're automatically dead almost.
This is really cool. They've got the Aghanim Scepter on Mars, and they gave him the Aegis as well. Up against 2 ranged cores.
Gave him. I think he took it, but
Mar basically saying that he's going to have Bulwark on all the time, so the Razor and Invoker, half the time they're going to be hitting this Mars whether they like it or not, so better for him to have the extra life.
I mean, hell, he's got the Brigand's Blade too.
Terrorize catching a Dawnbreaker. Rezo sleeping. Yuragi's going to be able to chain the stun. And BKB going off, but he only needs 1 more hit. He gets through the BKB. Meanwhile, Secret was set up behind OG in this bottom lane, but with heroes, they still don't have enough. The A goes down, they have to retreat, they're gonna try and re-engage now. They have to win this fight, but up against this tanky Amar, it's so hard to be able to deal with them. The Bulwark is going to work on Nisha. Sentry drop, Taiga just gonna do it with the physical damage. BZM flexing in the end, and look at Crystallis. You can't run away from Amar. He's gonna get you with the Bulwark. Yuragi shows up towards the tail end. Another 5-man wipe. OG completely outplaying Team Secret at this point. This is looking like a game 1 done and dusted, Avery.
There's just not enough damage in the tank. Amar is way too strong. Not to mention, Yuragi is a full AC at this point. The one saving grace for Secret could be a numbers advantage off the Donald, but when he dies first, that fight becomes absolutely impossible. This has got to be almost the game here if Secret lose 1 more fight. I don't see them coming back in a situation where all of OG's cores are scaling this hard.
Yeah. They're going to poke, and maybe they'll burn out the Aegis of Amar. Nope, he's going to back up before they can get to him.
I mean, hell, Amar isn't even going Blink. He's just going straight Satanic.
Yeah, he doesn't need these sort of mobility items because at the end of the day, he just wants to walk in, throw damage around. Dented Sunstrike. They really want to take away this Aegis, but not going to happen. He's going to get a big heal and a minute and a half left. They can still force some more fights. They could go straight down mid if they want.
I would take any fight Secret gives you at this point. You still have Aegis, like you said, and Egg coming up in 20. No reason not to take a fight, even potentially without ults. OG very strong. As long as their Alk doesn't somehow just get full Hex bursted. I mean, even if that happens, I don't know, this Mars just does so much damage.
Yeah. Look at him, just casually taking down a tier 2. What are you gonna do about it, Secret? Bramble into Terrorize, forces out the BKB. He doesn't have the TP, you're right, uh-oh. Crystallis, as long as they keep the vision on him, he is in big, big trouble. They're just gonna kite him out, slow him down with Shadow Strikes, Brambles, bit by bit. Crystallis gets picked apart. Back over to mid lane. Oh, that spear so close to landing, but the unstable concoction is there. Nisha popping his BKB, Resolution coming through. They do have the stuns onto the Alchemist, but they don't have the damage. Nobody is doing a damn bit of damage to OG at all. Snowball going out, Resolution slowed down by the Bulwark. He jumps over the wall thanks to the hammer, but Puppy's gonna be left behind, and OG just keep pushing forward. They can wait for this Aegis regen if they want.
I don't think they're waiting for anything. Spartan Soldier's way too strong here.
Here we go, full health, back into it.
I don't even know how you win a fight. You gotta hit some kind of 3 or 4 man meteor combo.
Yeah, like they don't even have like these big AoE team fight spells that could potentially turn a game. It's just really that, as you said, the meteor. But they have no way to force them to group up.
I mean, the problem is, again, their jump is on the supports. Just so hard to jump into this lineup.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way Zayats is going to get a full shackle on a core without somebody dying in the process. Pretty much means you have to find a numbers advantage. You have to find OG alone, out of position. Not a lot of maps to do it with.
Zayats can't even get a D ward off, not with the Mar around.
I mean, he's also been using this Ag's bulwark to D-ward hills and stuff. They give him gem a lot of games. It does give some flying vision for these cliffs. Pretty nice use of the item. Cement the map control.
Team Secret, you kind of have to just go for a split pushing stuff at this point. And maybe try and contest Roshan. I don't know, we'll see. Next timing for them, probably Refresher on the Razor, which, I mean, Chrysalis is getting close to. Still not convinced that's going to be able to make the Alchemist or the Mars squishy enough to kill. Good pick off here on Puppey.
Not sure I'm convinced either, but is pretty much going to be their last
hurrah.
Yeah, their last ride, trying to win it off the back of the double BKB, double Eye of the Storm. Again, if you can get any of these OG cores shackled alone with the Razor pumping in the damage, they will die. It's just OG are aware of this, and there's no reason to split up.
Yeah, they're going to jump on Yuragi now. They have the
Right,
Dawnbreaker coming in as well. They can do a lot of damage very quickly. OG did not stay grouped up enough. They lose their carry, but they are going to be able to collect some heroes in return. Nisha actually running in, trying to, okay, yeah, immediately TP's out, but the damage is too much. The Sonic Wave bursts through him. Nisha did not respect that.
That's that Ag's Mars damage as well. He just sits there and right-clicks you. It adds up in these fights. Like, all these fights, it's deceptive how much damage this hero does.
Yep.
It's not as flashy. It's, you know, not as pretty. Gets the job done. Lamar just walking this game through. Every tower, every hero. That is the pickoff that Secret can find. This Hex Shackle is very powerful. It lets them combo all their damage. If there's no BKB, you will get shredded. Then you're still stuck in this team fight scenario, which is just still impossible at this point.
Yeah, it really is. Nisha realizing too late they could not take this team fight. They didn't have the Razor or the touch there to start.
All right, Resolution trying to build into a Bloodthorn here. And I think they need it. They need the damage. They need the extra single target burst here in the windows of which they can output it.
Yeah, as it stands. As you said, without the shackle combination, all these OG heroes just, they live too long. Secret just runs out of damage, runs out of time. So they need something that's really going to amp up that single target. At the same time, OG, I mean, they've got so many items. Amar's now trying to build into a Desolator after a Satanic pickup.
Right, the other problem is OG can just play for Roche, which is spawn. They can play around Dire Outpost and abuse buybacks. Like, these single target jumps from Secret are great if you get a core, but that guy can just come back in the fight with the extra net worth they have. Taiga poking them, trying to start the engagement.
He is going to be caught in the brambles immediately. Crystals is going to come in from behind. They've already taken down Taiga. A decent start with a Refresher going out. He starts draining away the damage from Amar, but look at Amar. He's just challenging the Razor. He doesn't care. With the Supernova there as well, they can protect the egg. All of Secret are going to have to retreat from this one. The Invis Rune pickup, no, denied. The Arena's going to catch him. The Spear will ensure his death. Chrysalis, the carry of Secret goes down. Nothing's left in the tank now for Secret. OG, they could just go down the lanes, maybe force another lane of barracks.
How the hell do you kill this Mars?
I don't know. I have no
I'm
clue.
just watching this hero go through with the level 20 talent, 80% front reduction. He just sits there.
Yeah.
I have no idea how to kill this hero. I'm going to be honest.
Can't let him get to this point. BCM actually blinking forward, so Puppey thinks it's an opportunity. A snowball punch, a decent chain stun. They hit the Starbreaker as well, but he's too tanky. Now they're going to get caught. Now Resolution, he's going to be the one pay the price. Turn around, Science actually dropping the wards. The Dawnbreaker buyback, this is the last hurrah. It's all in from here. Starbreaker trying to go through Yuragi. The Bulwark is right on top of him. Does not protect Yuragi, but it does do the damage. Resolution is slowed down. Nisha's taking a lot as well. He goes in, Viz trying to get away. Amar turns around 180 to kill Puppey. The Phoenix almost going down, but a pin catches Science. Not able to finish off that Phoenix. A Sunstrike, it does land. A triple for Nisha. Team Secret getting a little scrappy with it, throwing all these buybacks to just ensure a 3-for-3 trade-off in the end.
Triple buyback, at least you get the team fight win. You get some morale, you get a tip out of Chu for the beautiful Sunstrike. Again, look at the damage in this fight. 8,500 from this Mars. This hero is invincible, and at the same time, he is destroying you. There's absolutely no answer for the Spartan soldiers in this game. Nisha doing his best.
Oh, they're going to walk right into him. Snowball, delay a little bit. They actually do pick him up. They got to stay away from the Mars. Again, even if you drain his damage, Crystallis, he's got to keep his distance. They're going to hit the arena. They're going to be able to get the Bedlam on top with the BKB being gone.
All right,
Crystallis is so susceptible to this magic damage. The Meteor on top of Taiga is actually going to be able to run him down. Amar's left alone here. But can they actually kill him?
It's a god. Are you that strong?
Look at him just walking away from 3 heroes of Team Secret. They cannot deal with the god.
The god of war, too powerful. Who is the god killer in this game?
Yeah.
There isn't one.
Not for this game anyway. Not a Deso, a Daedalus is what he's decided on.
I mean, they gave him the double damage. I think even OG, they're afraid of Amar themselves.
Do not take anything from Amar at this point. Nice pick off here if they can get it. Nisha does do the damage. Sunstrike going out. Kitsu as well.
Ooh.
Picking off these supports in their darkest hour.
What
Nisha,
the hell, man?
they are giving them just a little bit of light to work with. The Roshan's dying fast though, and Team Secret aren't going to be able to get there in time. The spoils of war go to the Mars.
The long-range maestro right there, man. Just picking them off from afar. Putting both supports in the grave. At least Secret's getting something off this, and now they have a jump.
They're going to jump onto Uragi. They've done this before. They can burst him, certainly, and they do get him. The Sonic Wave goes out, but it doesn't do enough. Puppy's pushed over to the side. They start threatening him. Walrus punch up in the air. They have any stuns? They don't. Nisha still on cooldown. Throws out the tornado, but it doesn't land. Secret, I mean, they know they've got OG kind of stumbling backwards right now, but if they let OG get back to their 5-man, it could just be the end of the game. They kind of have to keep hitting them.
I mean, this is beautiful gameplay from an almost impossible position. They are finding openings, finding the numbers advantage. Nisha just dancing around them. This Meteor, you have to think about the damage that this spell puts out now. It'll actually absolutely dice you up.
Yeah.
The big hero for OG, again, the raid boss in Amar. Yeah, he's perma-slotted now. He's got Titan Sliver. He's got Daedalus. At the same time, Secret's been kiting him around the map. The downside of this Mars is he's pretty slow and he's pretty clunky. No blink, no mobility.
Yeah.
I mean, he has to walk in and hit people. Put on your best tap dance shoes.
Yeah, just try and dodge away from him as much as you can. It's the only way to win these fights because that was just 1,000 damage crit doubled up.
I mean, if you're near this hero, you're going to disappear.
Yeah.
So stay away.
Push forward. Mar says he'll do it all by himself. Taking down heroes, taking down towers. He's got the Aegis. He can force Team Secret to him by just threatening the objectives.
Amar wants them to come to him.
The Secret, I mean, they got to scramble back here. Amar's going to take the tower pretty quickly if they're not careful.
Nisha does have an Ag, so the Cataclysm Burst could be enough. They also have this Bloodthorn on Resolution. The single target burst is getting there for Secret. Still, I don't know if it's enough to bring down this man. This absolute monster.
They're poking at him bit by bit, but the Satanic Heal, not even activated, just killing the creeps, gets him back up to near full.
Berserk Potion on top, why not?
All right, they come in for the side, Chrysalis. They find the opening, they're going for Uragi. So much damage after the Cataclysm, but Amar is dealing it right back in. Caught inside the Brambles, Chrysalis, second BKB, keeping his distance. He's almost done, but Amar can't quite finish him off. Chrysalis has to retreat. Nisha's not gonna be allowed to. The Brambles holds him in place. Nisha, with him gone, he does have a buyback. He's gonna have to use it here, otherwise Amar will force the Megas. They're gonna get the Bloodthorn out onto him. He's faced the wrong direction. Chrysalis coming in from behind. They can finally do the damage. Life number 1. Can they get him in life 2? Satanic back up in 5 seconds. Amar is gonna have to play for that one here.
Amar versus the world.
Kill. It's just a 1 versus 3, basically. 2 supports trying to help out. The Meteor laid down. Taiga gets wiped out. A TP away. No, denied by the cold snap. He roofs it forward. Resolution trying to challenge him. They're keeping their distance. Amar will finally fall.
The god slain here outside Secret's base. Off the 5x. Nisha completing the wipe here. 25 for this Invoker. All of a sudden, what looked like it might have been the final push gets turned around with that Meteor Sunstrike damage, shredding double cores right off the bat. Alk and Quap got nothing off in that engagement pretty much. 300 or less damage from both of them. look at the output from this Invoker, my God.
Everybody was probably convinced OG was just going to take this game one at some point, but Secret, they didn't go into that trap. The God is nothing to the non-believers. Team Secret will continue this push forward and see if they can keep OG stumbling.
Radial deafening blast up now. Zayat has this BKB. Suddenly the initiation that Secret can just jump and commit to is becoming a lot more formidable. Yuragi pumping a stun.
Okay, but Zayat immediately pounces. They have all these buybacks, but they're going to be able to focus down Yuragi, and he does not have a buyback. Resolution is out of here. He gets back, but he can come back in with his ultimate. Secret can potentially keep this going during the 70 seconds the Alchemist is dead. Unfortunately, they're going to have to do it without Zayat.
I mean, they get everything they want there. Tier 3, almost a rack, but more importantly, double buyback from OG. Phoenix and this Mars buyback, the most important. You can be a god, but if you're in the grave, there's nothing to do about it. Suddenly, win condition opened up for Secret here. If Amar goes down one more time, you're looking at a very different OG squad. This Alk just feels absolutely squishy. When he gets hexed and shackled, Nisha destroys him.
Secret have kind of put together a game plan for these fights. They need to get the initiation on the back line. They can blow up Yuragi first.
Yeah, ignore the
Amar
Mars
for last.
I mean, this Mars can't use his influence in the fights. He doesn't have the ability to just stick on cores, make them fight him. Now all of a sudden, Secret tank ability going up. Blink Glimmer on Puppey, the BKB on Zayat, AC on this Razor, along with this Trickster Cloak. He's a lot tankier than before, and of course, Nisha building into his final slots, gets the Timeless Relic, gets the
another
Hex.
15% spell damage on a Meteor. That is one-shotting heroes.
We were talking about Secret needs a God Slayer. It might just be this Invoker.
And they do it. Secret trying to find an opening here. OG smoked up, playing as 5 on a high ground. They're going to run into Puppey here. Puppey, Glimmer Cape, no way out though. Jam does spot him. Zayat goes forward, but look at the damage he's taking. Overwhelmed by the Mars. They do have the Cataclysm going out, but they didn't burst any heroes down. OG, they survived through the initiation this time. And Secret, now they're the ones stumbling backwards. Crystallis, he uses his second BKB. He's trying to do the damage. The Tornado might just be able to buy him a little bit. He's getting behind Amar, but it doesn't matter. A pin through. Nisha TPing out desperately, but it's only going to be him, the only core alive. As the Dawnbreaker and Razor are dead. No buybacks. OG rushing towards the Secret base now.
Zayat's found the Hex on the Alk and decided to shackle another hero, and all of a sudden the counter initiation from OG around the egg. Too much for Secret to handle. Perhaps a botched initiation indeed, and all of a sudden they're forced into a situation where no buyback on Razor, no buyback on Dawnbreaker, 60 seconds for Amar to put the soldiers to work here.
Team Secret, if they want to do this, it's going to have to be a perfect combination, but it's not doing enough damage to Amar. They threw everything they had at him, and he just shrugged it off.
The God, too much for the God Killer. And OG will end up taking this game one, but damn, what a comeback from Secret to make that a contest. Maybe striking a little fear into what felt like an impenetrable defense from OG. I think Amar, he felt it a little bit.